Welcome everybody, hope you guys are having an awesome day and welcome to today's flight. Today we're going to do a full flight in the beautiful Fenix A321, doing a full flight from San Francisco all the way over to Boston. We have flight time of roughly 6 hours, so let's not waste any more time, let's cockpit and let's get going. Welcome to the cockpit. As you can see, we are completely cold and dark, so let's go to the captain's seat and the overhead panel. So batteries connected and we are good. Ground power connected. Let's get some more lights on. So adhere 1, 2 and 3 on. Evacuation select to the captains. Also the crew select on. Engine fire test will have to wait. Hydraulic pumps are set, fuel pumps are off, that's good. Electricity is set, generators are set and cabin utilities are great. Ground power connected, APU is off. APU air online and APU master online, but wait with APU. Anti-ice probe heat automatic and off. Strobe light and log light to auto and 1. Seat belt smoking sign select on. And emergency light select to the arm position.
Runway awareness okay. Meters.
Get some lights on and we have engine switches select off, thrust select idle, squawk 2000 is set and Unicom is set on the captain side, listening to frequency 1, 2 and 3. Let's get the flight plan. Flight init and request data. Let's go back over to EFB, select pilot briefing. Pilot has been loaded in. Go to charts. Synchronize route with SimBrief. Go to departure. Let's see, departing out of runway 01 right. And here is how we're looking. Departing, looking great. Yes. Charts are put up and we have our route. And let's go to the attitude page on the first officer side. And let us now see AOC and receive messages. Load sheet on U. Back to MCU menu with U. FMGS. Init page. Request SimBrief data. Alright, data has been transferred. IRS, align on reference. And let's see, winds, request the winds. Alright, we're going to fly as a JetBlue. So let's see, JetBlue 1734. Cost index 55. Cruise level, initial climb or to be more precise. Let's see, times and weights. There we are. Oh, flight log. There we are. Let's see, top of climb, flight level 330. And temperature at cruise will be approximately minus 43 degrees Celsius. Alright, let's get our zero fuel weight. So let us now see. Takeoff weight, zero fuel weight. There we are. 67.2. Let's see there. No. 0.2 slash center of gravity. Zero fuel is at 27.4. And block fuel. That is going to be 20.0. And let me just get our alternate fuel. And as you can see, my FPS is terrible because I am flying at the FPS heavy airport. So alternate fuel is going to be 2219, so 2.2. And final fuel is going to, or destination fuel, 3435. So 34. So U. Alright, and trip win. Not important right now. So let's put in our departure. So let's see, runway 01. Let's go back to the chart. So runway 01 01 out of, let's see, Knight 4 Echo via the GOBS, I believe. Let's see, additional info, routing and impact, there we are, so via the Sierra. Alright, so let's see, where are you? Ah, there you are. Insert, great. Looking great on that page. Let's go to the performance page and let's get the performance data. So, synchronous with load sheet, weather, and let's see, intersection going with full length. And this set to feet, so I have to change that because I cannot read feet. So, 159, sorry, 159, 168, 168. And flaps select at 2/UP 0.6. 2 slash UP 0.6 6 and flex temperature 44 degrees Celsius, so 44 degrees Celsius. Thrust reduction should be select to 1500/1500. Alright, departure looking great. And keep everything else off. Both engines are now available. We can set flaps to position number 2. Speed brakes can go to arm. Engine mode back to normal. Parking brake can be set. So, initial climb, flight level 330. And let me just quickly get the QNH. Or since we already use altimeter settings, so 3004. Constraints on both sides. APU can come off. APU bleed select off. And let's take you to the flight control page. So, full left, full right, full up, full down, red the left, red the right. Flight control check good and free. Just blank you out. Auto brake maximum is on. And we are great. Pushback truck is driving away and he's walking. And nose light on and turn of light select. Alright, he's moving away. Alright, entering runway, nose light select on. Lights are all set for departure, so auto brake max is arm. We should be, I thought they armed those, but okay. Speed brakes are armed. Take configuration, test has been run. Going to line up and then we do a quick stop just to make sure that everything else is set. So
On runway 01 left.
So let's see. Weather radar is selected online, squawk 2000 and transponder transmitting, flap selected 2, speed brakes are armed, auto braking max is armed, and we are great on this side. So parking brake off, thrust. Chrono and takeoff. And we are rolling. So 80 knots. Let's be a close one. V1. Rotate. So positive rate of climb, gear up. Further neutral.
Airport information India 10.
Hate that default ATC, we'll have to find a way to turn that off. Right, left hand, right hand turn after departure.
So Salinas Airport information India. Salinas Airport information India
1500 feet.
Wind 287 at 6.
Thrust to climb,
Visibility
autopilot
9er.
on,
Sky
SDFU. Forgot to take you to automatic mode, so transponder is now transmitting. Alright, flaps 1.
Salinas Airport information India 1000 Zulu. Wind 287 at 6. Visibility 9er. Sky condition.
Stop, I do not want to hear you. Alright, 2.
Salinas Airport information India 1000 Zulu. Wind 287 at 6. Visibility 9er. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1,800 feet. Few clouds at 4,800 feet.
It's just extremely annoying.
Dew point 1 tree.
Quick fix that. Alright, flaps is fully up.
Salinas.
So, nose lights can come offline. Show back to automatic, no log lights back to 1. aircraft prepared for our arrival into Boston. So we are currently going to land on runway 04 right. And let's go back to MCDU menu, configuration. So AOC menu and received messages. Slightly delayed, but that's okay. So let's see, landing weight. Are you here? Let's see. Yeah. Then we'll just have to use SimBrief. So SimBrief, and let's go to the time and weights. Approximately 71.4 tons going down. So 71.4. Auto brake medium, flap select to full, manual landing. So next phase, descent mode, and let's go to U. So QNH, altimeter 3041, so quite high pressure. Temperature 18 degrees Celsius. Not 15. 18. Alright, 12,000 feet is a good start point for our descent. And wind is 350 at 05, I believe. Yes. 350 at 05. And let's go back to charts. Boston International Airport, and our start. So ILS localizer runway 04 is the one we are after. Let's zoom in. And let us now see, 218 feet, so 218 on our barometric. Descent. Our approach is armed, and let's go to the auto brakes, select it to medium. Transponder still set at 2000 feet, and we must quickly get the, so let's see. Alright, the frequency for Boston is going to be 2880. Set on U, and let's just set the Unicom on the other side just in case. Let's just set the first of the side so we can listen to that just in case somebody is calling out there. And we can take, got to take the landing lights off, but they're off now. Just flying over the airport right now. We are currently, I'm guessing, about 20-ish nautical miles out of our final. Alright, we have just passed over the airport at almost 60,000 feet, so let's just set you to 4,000 feet, so it's going to be our final altitude before we are ready to start our full approach into runway 04. Start at 4,000 feet, 3,000, and then down to 2,000 feet. Auto brake medium is armed, as we did earlier. And we are soon going to start with our flaps program, since we are flying in 321 and not 2019, so we have to be a little bit earlier. And we also have the localizer and glide slope coming into view on our PFD. So back to flight plan. Right, altitude constraint has been hit. So we are going to fly out, and then most likely going to turn straight in for wind and just skip the Goshi waypoint, because I do not feel to fly all the way around, and there is no traffic more or less inbound, so you can just more or less do what you want. There isn't traffic departing, but for inbound approach, we are clear. So we are now passing parallel to the final waypoint.
WJ97 is taxi number 9 via Bravo and Mike Boston.
Right, let's just now just take open descent now to 4,000, actually 3,000 feet, just so we might as well just turn straight in and shorten our approach a little bit. Manual speed down to 210 knots. Right, switch to wing view and flaps 1. Beautiful animations as always. Stats out, flaps is still not coming down. That's right, we're now in heading mode. Heading mode, open descent, manual speed. Right, let's take our speed down to 200 knots. Since we are approximately 12 miles out. Right, set begin our final turn.
Boston traffic WJ97 is crossing full left at Kilo, lining up departing runway 9, Boston.
Heading to 90. Right, let's take heading 320. Alright, 3,000 feet coming up. Approach mode can be armed. Category 3 single. We go to do manual landings, weather is clear. Altitude has been reached, speed has also been reached. 14 miles out, localizer captured. Localizer is closing in, and we should be established on localizer in about 10 seconds. Alright, airport and runway in sight. Alright, we're now established on localizer. Guide slope should be coming in any second. And guide slope has been captured. Lights can be selected on. No ATCs online, therefore I do this a bit early. Right. Fast traffic, JetBlue 1734, 10 miles out, 04 right. Alright, 2,500 feet. Speed down to 180 knots. And gear down. Speed brake armed. Landing lights all on. Flaps 2. Alright, gear down, 3 green, speed 160 knots. Final landing speed will be 142 knots. Flaps 3. And flaps full. Alright, stabilized. I have control. Nose a little bit up.
Approaching 04 right.
Confirmed to be correct one. Alright, looks like there's some bad internet in my area, but it's good enough for me.
500.
Right, switching view. Boston traffic, JetBlue 1734, landing runway 04 right.
Above. Minimum 20. Retard.
Right, on the ground, thrust reversers deployed, speed brakes are out, flaps are great, auto brakes braking. Right, 6 knots, manual braking.
Meters remaining.
Reversers can be turned off. Speed brakes are down, and let's just turn off auto brakes. Landing lights select off, turn off lights on and off. House light to taxi, strobe light back down, and log light checks. APU master on. Boston traffic, JetBlue 1734 crossing runway 15 left 33 right.
Approaching 33 right.
Right, APU is starting. Alright, lights can come off. Let's see, 30. Let's see, we are now passing 3032, and then this should be 30. Alright, we have our gate, so let's just slowly creep the aircraft in and turn. So line up. Alright, on stand parking brake set, APU is confirmed to be running. Both engine switches select off. Transponder can come off. Overhead panel, so fuel pumps, all select off. And you can take the bleeds, can stay as is, generator can stay as is, and beacon light select off, seatbelt signs select off. And the boarding can be requested. Welcome to Boston, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this flight. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, check my page to the beach for videos, check my fan page if you want to see more from my videos. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Fly well out, have a awesome day, and goodbye.